Hello and welcome to the Arsenal Blueprint. Thanks for joining me again. So, the bad news. Jesus out for up to maybe 6 weeks or 3 months. He could be out for 3 months, reports are saying. Crisis at Arsenal. We need a new striker. Are we really going to depend on Eddie Nketiah? The 100-gram weak man, the man with the number 14, the God shirt. Yeah? Is he really going to just go with Nketiah and just say, bugger it, we stick with Nketiah, he'll do the business for us against all the big boys, Man City in February, even West Ham on Boxing Day. We got Brighton away, we got Newcastle, we got the FA Cup. I was thinking 6 weeks, yeah, because there's a pause with the FA Cup. That, he only missed 2 or 3 Premier League games. Nah, mate, he could be out for a lot longer. Crisis at Arsenal, and I'm here to talk. Before I do, I just wanted to get on to people who slag Arsenal direct off all the time, like Lee Gunner, always having a dig at them. But yeah, they put a lot of stuff out. But Black Friday, they had offers on. So I bought myself an Arsenal pair of joggers. I don't know if you can see it or not. It says Arsenal there since 1886, since the year and day we were created as a football club. Actually, in southeast London, or southwest, not 100% sure, Woolwich, and then we had the Move Stadium, and that's on Tottenham hate us so much, and we hate them because we moved into their manor and took over. Right, are we going to be able to sort this mess out? Now, Jesus out. I think he hasn't scored in God knows how many games, about 12 or 13 games, but look what he does. Look at the highlights from Chelsea, his relentless pressing, his clever, when he's got the ball, he can skip past players and put Martinelli in or put Saka in or Zinchenko or whatever and get the ball in that box and we score. Inevitably, the pressure we put on teams, the pressing, the pressure, everyone's caved apart from Man United and Saints this season, who Brighton beat us in the cup, whoopie-doo-dah and PSV. So what? They're nothing games really, apart from the Man U defeat and the Saints in the Premier League. You know what I mean? Arsenal need to stop talking and action. I want to see a new striker come into the club. What if Eddie Nketiah picked up an injury? They wouldn't have any excuses then. And that is he's going to have to play every game now up front. What if he gets injured? We've got no strikers. This is the problem, man. When you look at our bench and you look at Man City's bench, they're not in the same league. They've got that Alvarez to come on if Haaland got injured. Yeah, he's not Haaland, but he's Julian Alvarez. He's a top quality player, as you're seeing for Argentina in the World Cup. He scored against Australia yesterday. Arsenal got big problems, man. I will be the first to admit, if you've seen DT's video, well, I'm not going to say all about his past and all that. I was a big DT fan, and I still am. I still like DT. He went to prison for what he'd done wrong, and it was, a shitty offence. But, he's come out and said not every Arsenal fan deserves Mikel Arteta. Well, I would be on that list because I was moaning like hell about Arteta for a good year. We went on a terrible run. But when you look at the team he inherited, it was a crock of shit. How many players are left from that team, that squad? Maybe Saka? That's about it, mate. Emil Smith-Rowe coming through the ranks and a few other youngsters. He's let everyone else go. And this is his team now. And look, we're 5 points clear at the top of the Premier League. The Cronkies have to act. They have to back Arteta. Arteta will want another striker. Edu has to... We were looking at Mudryk. I'd still go for Mudryk. I like him. He is going to be a top world-class player, in my opinion, in the future. But we need some serious backup. I do think Gabriel Martinelli, put in the comments if you agree, I think Martinelli can play up front. Check the goal out against Nottingham Forest, the first goal. Saka curls it in, and Martinelli instinctively nails it into the net. Now, I honestly think Martinelli can play up front. He's that good. I mean, look how good he looked against Switzerland for Brazil. I mean, Vinicius Jr.'s got that spot nailed down, but Rafinha ain't all that. I'm glad we didn't sign Rafinha now, quite frankly. I think he is so overrated. It's untrue. But, you know, will it be Arteta's fault if we don't get another striker in? And you will see Arsenal slowly decline, I'm afraid. You will. And that is the honest truth. If we don't get a replacement in for Gabriel Jesus while he's out injured, we're going to fall away. Now, we were in for Dusan Vlahovic. This guy is top draw. Now, I mean top draw. But I would be happy with a Mitrovic from Fulham. Let's steal him away. You know, he's a goal scorer. He's a threat. And he would be someone that would be available at a decent price. Vlahovic would cost probably double the amount. But Juventus are in freefall. They're in financial crisis. And there's talk of they could be being relegated again through match fixing allegations. You know, so their top players like Locatelli, who we were in for, midfielder, and Vlahovic, they won't want to be in Serie B, mate. They'd rather be in the Premier League and maybe move back to Serie A when, you know, the old ladies back up and running like they did before. But I don't see loyalty like there was in the old, when they got relegated 10, 15 years ago, when Buffon stayed and a lot of their top players stayed and got them back in Serie A. I don't see that loyalty in football anymore, do you? No. So we have to capitalise. If Vlahovic is available, let's sign him. You know, we could probably get him for 65, 70 million quid. That's a bargain in today's market. You know, forget about the midfield. It's the strike force I'm worried about. And what do you think about what DT said? Lee Gunner's come out firing. He's not happy. Well, you know, he didn't mention Lee Gunner's name, but Lee Gunner seems to have taken it personally. And he's telling DT to shut up or get this up or prison thing and all that. Oh, shut up, mate. You're talking fucking shit. DT's talking facts, bruv. Yeah, and I got, you know, I hold my hands up, mate, you know, but I was, when Arsenal gave Arteta the new contract before the end of last season, I was like, well, you've got to back him now because the club are backing him. So it's Arteta or you're hating on your club that we love. And we don't want to be doing that, man. And look at the football we're playing this season. You know, even if we do fall away, we know something is happening at Arsenal. It's very special. It is special. We can recover from this injury. We just need to get it right in January. We need to back the manager, back Edu, the Cronkies. We're obviously going to get Mudryk in or maybe someone else. They need to just go, right, we need a striker and get that striker in. What do you think? What's your thoughts on DT and Lee Gunner? Watch their videos. What do you think about it all? Do you think every Arsenal fan deserves Mikel? I think they do. I think we've been through enough misery for 2 decades without a Premier League. Anyway, over and out. And come on England today.